What's going on, guys? So recently I had some problems with the Samurai. So this Samurai's got a 1.6 engine in it out of a Suzuki Sidekick. The original 1.3 was pulled out years ago, I'm sure, and thrown away. Anyways, you've got to use an adapter plate to mount the new engine to the original transmission. Well, that adapter plate dropped one bolt, and then the other bolt actually started to loosen, so it allowed the engine to rock back and forth, which created all kinds of weird noises and stuff like that. So we decided to tear into it, and we figured we would take you guys along. So here we go. Got her! Okay, it's all pulled apart. Yeah, these pieces here, pretty much all just the housing, that down there. Gear set with the synchros on here. You see the synchronizers right in there. These bearings. The bearings actually don't feel all that bad. But, you know, I have it out. It wasn't that expensive to do, so I kind of figured, shoot, I just rebuilt it anyways. So I'm going to get to taking this thing apart. Now when I personally take things apart, because I don't always start to finish something, so I'm going to basically take this apart full piece at a time and then set it in an entire row. That way when I go, say it's a couple days or something happens and I don't get back to it for a week, I realistically can just kind of come back and put everything back together in an order, and I know, hey, this is the next piece, this is the next piece. I've been doing that for years, especially when you get into really big things, when you're pulling whole motors out, stuff like that. It's kind of nice. Shoot, I did pulled a motor out of one of my old cars, and I didn't get back to it for probably 2 months. So I was really glad that I had kind of laid everything out, so when it was time to put everything back in, it went really smoothly. So anyways, it looks like this has just got, yeah, a little C-clip there. Pull this off, and we're going to start sliding all this stuff off and start rebuilding. progress so far. We had to stop real quick because we actually need to make a little bit more room. There's the whole thing. Like I said before, I like to kind of organize it. I could have doubled up to not take as much space, but I got a really long workbench, so I don't mind. So we're gonna move this stuff out of the way because there's actually some bearings inside of here. These guys right there, these are the new ones. So those have to go in here, and I don't want to work over top of everything that I've already done. So we're gonna make some room over here for us to work on this piece. And there may be some there's seals either in here or in here that also have to be replaced. These guys are here. So we'll get to that too. So we're going to clean the workbench off and get back to work. So, as usual, we run into a couple issues. Nothing too tragic. So this piece here, pretty much we're going to need a puller or a press. And actually at the shop we have both. So I'm going to take all these pieces, run them down to the shop tomorrow. I also want to, we got a parts cleaner down there so we can get it nice and clean, which I want to do. Also found out that this thing, it's got a bunch of JV weld on it, holding it together. I'm not pleased about that. So I'm going to try to get another one of those pieces. On top of that, if that wasn't enough, each one of these have needle bearings in them and did not come with the kit. So I want to see if I can track down the needle bearings. I'm already in here, already doing the rebuild. If I can get a hold of them, I want them in there. If I can't, it is what it is. So we will probably get everything packed up, thrown in the back of the car, and then head to the shop tomorrow and get everything finished up as far as this goes. So I guess that's it for today. See you guys tomorrow. Alright, we're back at the shop. We ordered a bunch of stuff. We've got this bushing, which we pressed out of here. The other one just really looked bad, a lot of wear and stuff, so I decided to go ahead and do that. We also got tearing into the main part of the transmission. And I noticed that this whole piece here, all that's broken out. So I jumped online and ordered another one of those, which we have right here. And as you can see, that's the piece that I'm talking about that's missing, is right there. And actually even the top part of this piece here has got, I don't know if you can see, it's got a little bit right there that's kind of broken out. But honestly, I don't think that's going to be an issue. Once we fix this piece, put it all back together, it should hold together just fine. So unfortunately, we have to press this back out, press it all back together, which is fine. We'll get the bushing pressed in, and then I also ordered another one of these because as you can see right here, this is the input shaft. That's all worn down. So what I had found out through talking to a couple of people is the adapter kit that was ordered for that Samurai is the wrong one. It's a half moon shape and you need the full circle shaped. What it does, it actually kicks the transmission down on an angle and then wears the input shaft out. So I was actually told all of that ahead of time, and I didn't order that adapter kit or anything like that. So I was told about that once I got in and realized that had worn down. I realized that that was correct. That ate that up, and I needed to order another one. So we got that actually right here. So we'll get that put in here, get the bearing pressed onto that one, and then get this all done, get that pressed apart, and then repressed, unfortunately, but it'll be fine. I think we're gonna get back to work. We're back at the garage, got everything done that we wanted to get done at the shop. Here's the transmission here, got everything pulled apart. We just have to get this all cleaned off for sealant. We're gonna have to do that for this front piece too, because we've got that that front plate that goes over that. So we'll get all this cleaned up, get everything bolted together. We actually may have a functioning transmission. We did spin everything, had this on and went through all the gears, everything engaged the way that it was supposed to. Only thing we couldn't check was reverse, because I had left reverse here at the house, which not that big of a deal. So we're going to start getting everything cleaned up and just kind of keep at this thing. We are finally finished with the transmission. It took way longer than I thought that it was gonna. Most of that was because as we got into the transmission, we found bushings and bearings and the synchros and everything needing to be replaced. The housing that we had to order, so all that kind of racked up and took just way more time than I wanted it to. But it's finally finished. So why don't I show you guys what it looks like. So we got the transmission hooked up, everything bolted in, drive shaft, and then if you watch my other video, it's got the new clutch in there, new throwout bearing, pressure plate. Got the stick shift, everything's set to go. The only thing left to do, I think, is take this thing off-road. We did find one thing that we're going to address. The exhaust manifold's actually broken just down there. So we are going to order a header for that. And I'll make a video on that once that comes in. But it's finally done. Cannot be more excited to take this thing off-road. And I'll definitely film us doing that. But until then, I'll catch you guys later.